Going on, everyone? Escape Crypto here, bringing you another video, giving you guys the real truth about trading back to back. So if you want to learn about leverage trading specifically, how we do it, then hit the follow button, hit the subscribe, the comment below your thoughts. Make sure you like it, save it, brother G's, because this is the type of content you got to see if you want to get out of these trenches. So my guys, I'll be straight up, always keep it real with you guys. We've been seeing direction forming to the short side, simple as that. And it's not just been, this past few hours. It's been forming for the short side to the short direction, since yesterday. And if you were in my Discord, I always update my guys with the real truth about what's going on, what I see. So yesterday, right here, boom, okay. Currently, it's 84,500. Bitcoin's 84,500. Okay, I was saying directions forming to the downside, entries, exits on you. Okay, what I teach you in the consultation is how to perfect your entries and your exits. That's what we teach. It's very simple, straightforward with you. Because what happens with most of you guys when you enter, a trade, you enter, with fear. Okay, it might be a trade you enter, okay, and it starts going against you. Let's say you're shorting, okay, you enter a short here in Margex. Okay, if you enter a short here in Margex with 50-60x, okay, yes, if you don't time it correctly, brother G's, okay, it might have a pump against you. Okay, but if you're able to ride the wave, if you're able to look at this like an ocean, okay, what's gonna happen is you understand there's cycles to it. So if direction is short and you enter a short, okay, yes, there might be a pump against you, but if you're able to withstand the pump using the strategy I teach you, using the mindset I teach you, using the everything, all the G strategies I teach you, you're able to withstand the storm and you're able to actually win. So I entered, yesterday, okay, around the 84,500. Here's the screenshot. My guys, we're profiting over $800. Imagine profiting over $800, on a trade. Doing this back to back consistently. How much of your life would be different, and you're able to, become such a skilled trader. Okay, what you guys may have to realize, many of you guys want to retire your bloodlines. What you gotta really focus on is overall learning a skill to make consistent income. That's what you guys gotta be focused on, and that's what happens right here. It's what I teach you guys in the Discord, and how to trade properly, how to trade with the mindset of a winner. Okay, so I know many of you guys want to make $5 million and quote unquote escape. Okay, but what happens is if you have that mindset of a lottery winner, what's gonna happen is you make whatever 5 million, $1 million in crypto, whatever it is, you're not able to replicate it. What I teach you in here in the G trenches is our strategy that's been proven time and time again by all my students here. They're all here winning, my guys. They're here winning consistently, and you're able to not only master a skill but learn how to fish for a lifetime. And I do not want to have these videos so long because I want to give you guys the real truth. Okay, the reality is when you do enter trades, okay, you're gonna want to be so sure of direction. Okay, that's your conviction. Okay, when you enter, let's say on a short, okay, you enter, okay, you're not gonna close the trade at a loss. Never. Look at Bitcoin, it keeps on dumping in front of you guys. Okay, so if you understand that, if you have conviction with direction, you're always gonna be winning, my guys. Okay, aside from that, okay, to be quite frank with you, okay, you have to give it your all. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the time to determine direction. And if you understand the power of shorting has the ability for you to always be ahead of the game, because most people only know how to long, and if you're able to master shorting, okay, it gives you so much a better advantage as a trader. Okay, and that's what we teach in the Discord as well. So if you truly want to learn, okay, I want you to hit the subscribe button. Ask me any questions down below. My DMs are always open for anybody that wants to learn. We're also on the Instagram. We're also on the TikTok. So make sure you're in the Telegram, and we're going to be giving you guys the real, uncut truth. Because I realize, I'm always, being hated by people. So if you understand that if you're being hated by people, you're telling the people the truth. And sometimes, people with the powers that be, they don't want you to learn the truth, my guys. I'll be quite frankly with you. So if you want the real uncut truth about trading, I don't use TA, brother G's. I don't use any technical analysis. The only thing I use is my strategy, determining direction, perfecting your entries, and perfecting your exits. That's it, my guys. And that's what our foundation of our Discord is, and that's what we're able to print, consistently. Not only with the mindset, with determining direction, how we're seeing these dumps happen, how we're seeing the dumps, and how we're not afraid of any pump, my guys. We're not afraid of any pump. So if you truly want to learn the skill that will change your life, okay, keep watching these videos. Send me a DM if you have any questions. We'll catch you in the next one.